What's up, guys? Welcome to the It's Whatever podcast. I'm assuming, I don't know what I'm going to call this. I'm going to live stream every day for as long as I can to build the YouTube subscribers up. And hopefully I can make this, something monetary where I get an income. So thanks so much for watching. Let's get right into it. I went on Twitter right now, and one of the things that's trending is Yeezus. Now, so we remember Yeezus was an album by Kanye West. Yeezus was the first album by Kanye West that I remember hearing about. Like, it was going to be released. I remember Kanye West from Gold Digger. But that was it. I remember I was playing some game called Driver 3 on the Xbox. It's like a GTA type game. And the song Gold Digger came up on the radio because I was listening to the radio as I was playing, and I was really vibing with the song. And I was like, man, who's this guy, Kanye West? But it sounded very different, like from rap. It was rap, but to me, like just that song, Gold Digger it sounded like art in a way, even though it was just still rap. And I know now rap is considered art, especially with people like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, Logic, even people like X or Little Uzi. Their stuff can be considered art. Travis Scott, but to me, I was a kid and I heard that Gold Digger song and I was vibing to it. Then when I was in high school, I think sophomore year, maybe junior year, but I know for sure at least sophomore year, Yeezus came out, and I remember there was a kid in a grade below me, but he was really smart. I think he might have been valedictorian, and he was all about Yeezus. He was all about indie independent music, and I don't know why he was all into Kanye West because he's not independent, but. I think it was because at that time Kanye West was calling himself God, and he was going through the whole "I am God, I am a God" face, and the whole Yeezus album, and it was like kind of like taking Jesus's name, and I guess Jesus' name in vain, and it was called Yeezus. And that kid, he was all against like I guess religion, and he thought it was annoying. So he was all about the Yeezus album. He had quite a few followers on Twitter. And yeah, he went and he bought the album. And I remember looking at the album on the internet, and it didn't have a cover. It was kind of like a factory thing, like mass produced a factory album. Kanye West saying, "I don't need a cover. I'm Kanye West, and I'm a god, and I'm gonna call myself Yeezus now." And the album with the sticker on it, the red sticker. We all see it. I have it here pulled up on Twitter. This person right here is saying Yeezus is better than KOD. So. I do not know about this one. Yeezus, now that I listen to it, now that I'm older after college and during college, I like the song Black Skinhead. I like the other song, the one where he's the one that he goes really hard on. Not Blood on the Leaves, but you know what? Let me pull up the Yeez. Oh yeah, guys, I'm dyslexic, so I can't spell for crap, man. And I'm not gonna cuss because I don't want to get banned. I'm trying the best to be YouTube friendly. I'm not going to talk about anything controversial that's trending right now. I mean, I'm going to talk about controversial things at some point, but right now it's just YouTube not kid friendly because it's not for kids, but just trying to make money. All right. Yeah. So on this album, Yeezus, the songs On Sight, I don't remember. I Am a God, I remember because it was like a controversial song. Hold My Liquor, I don't remember. Blood on the Leaves, I remember because a friend of mine, she liked that song. Black Skinhead was the one that I liked. New Slaves, I liked also. I didn't hear that song when it came out at first, but that song's really intense, and it's just kind of like Kanye going through the lyrics, and he's kind of mad at, I guess, white people, or I guess people in the industry who are taking advantage of him. He has a line that says, blank can't read. N-words can't read. Can't read. He has that in the song. Let me go to the lyrics. Here you go, lyrics. It says, "My mama raced me in an era when clean water was only served to the fair skin. Doing clothes, you would have thought I had help, but they wasn't satisfied unless I picked the cotton myself." So this is when Kanye was starting the whole Yeezus company with the Yeezus shoes, but also the album was coming out. But they wasn't satisfied unless I picked the cotton myself. You see broke N-words races that don't touch anything in the store, and that rich N-word race That's come in, please buy more. What you want? A Bentley, a fur coat, a diamond chain. All you blacks want all the same thing. Yeah, I remember that. He goes pretty hard. This is like the chorus. Like when I heard this, I was like, man, like Kanye, like he knows how to talk. Like he knows how to rap. He can say things that would kind of like give you an impact. Which Kanye's verses are usually verses that just like you hear them and you're like, whoa, like did he really say that? Like, damn, he played with those words in that order, and it's kind of like vulgar and aggressive. Now, obviously, Kanye is Christian. I don't know if he's still doing the Christian thing. I don't know if it was a phase or an album thing, or like he's real life Christian, but I've seen a couple of features of him that have been released, and I don't know if he cusses, but it doesn't sound like the Jesus is King album. I mean, I don't know where he's gonna take it to that direction, but this I guess Kanye now, if he's Christian, right? The Christian Kanye, because he says in interviews he's gonna change the lyrics to his songs. I don't know if he'll say this, but this is like kind of like the pre-chorus of the song "New Slaves." It says, "You see, its leaders and its followers, but I'd rather be a dick than a swallower. You see, its leaders and its followers, but I'd rather be a dick than a swallower." So when I heard that lyric, when I heard this, I was like, damn, I was impressed. I know it's like basic rhyme scheme, but just how he played with the words followers and swallowers and put them together and like it made and leaders, it just made an impact to me. There's the part that the part I wanted to talk about is the part where he says can't read. It's the word can't. Yeah, see right here. I'll read from here. Y'all throwing contracts at me. You know that N-words can't read. You throwing some Maybach keys. If you said lot B, I know we the new slaves. Y'all N-words can't F with me. Y'all N-words can't F with yay. Y'all N-words can't F with yay. I'll move my family out the country so you can't see where I stay. So go and grab the reporters so I can smash their recorders. See, they'll confuse me with some BS like the New World Order. Meanwhile, the DEA, TI with the CCA, they're trying to lock N-words up. They're trying to make them new slaves. You see that privately owned prison, get that piece today. They're probably out in the Hamptons bragging about how much they made. F you and your Hampton house. F you and your Hampton spouse. I came on her Hampton. Dude, like, when he was going off like that, I was like, dang, man, this guy's going off. It's just like so intense. And I like the song. Yeah, it's a vulgar song, obviously. I think he tweeted once that it's like the most vulgar song of the year, whenever that came out. When did Yeezus come out? Let me see. Charli D'Amelio up in this. Yeezus came out in, does this say the year on the song? This song came out in 2013. Oh, so this album came out in 2013. Yeah, I graduated 2014, so I was a junior in high school when this came out. Yeah, that's crazy. So, why is it? I don't know why it's trending, but it's trending right now on Twitter. I think the reason. Oh yeah, Bound 2. Everyone remembers this one when he started. I don't know if he had dated or he married Kim Kardashian, but the whole this right here. I don't want to. Here, I'm gonna turn the volume all the way down. So last time I had volume for like a point of a second, and I got like demonetized. So. Yeah, you guys remember this? Damn, this is kind of sexual. I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know she was topless. That's kind of crazy. But I remember when I watched this, I was like, okay, the song's cool, and Kim Kardashian's in it. They're going, they're going viral. But what I didn't notice is this: like when they're on the motorcycle, her hair is blowing backwards, but he's driving forward. So in reality, her hair should be like all over his face, but it's not. And like. That is, I remember I saw an interview and he was talking. That's very sexual. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. He was talking about how it doesn't go with logic, but it's artistic, and it's just crazy how I didn't notice that at all when I was paying attention to it. Now, if you see it without the volume, then you can kind of tell like it's not making sense logically. But when you have the music and you have the rapping and the instrumentals and you have all things into the piece of artwork, which is the album, which is the video, the music video, you can't tell those details of logic or things that aren't logical. That's something that I keep in mind whenever I watch like a movie, like something scary or something like very traumatizing or something sad where someone dies in a movie. I always like if to avoid the emotions of I don't know feeling something for a long period of time when I'm watching something or listening to something. I tell myself these are like actors and they're millionaires and they get paid to act this role. This is a movie. This story never happened, or this is edited by like three editors and like a producer with $1 billion budget, $1 million budget in albums and music videos. They have the people who clip in and clip out when they're rapping. So there's a lot of things. If you dissect art, it helps you not have the emotion to it. I know the emotion is supposed to be there because it's art, but sometimes for a learning perspective, you want to reverse engineer it. From my assumption of why Yeezus is trending, which personally, I don't understand why Twitter. It doesn't really tell you why things are trending. Like you just click on it and you're supposed to go through it and you're supposed to read. Oh man, don't tell me you guys didn't see the. I gotta remember I have to show you the screen, but yeah. So Yeezus right here is trending, and from what I can tell, it's because Kanye West produced the Whole Lotta Red album. So this Whole Lotta Red album, honestly, my friend was showing it to me today. Miguel, he's also on the podcast, but he lives in Austin now. That album, I did not like. I did not like Playboi Carti's album. I listened to half of it. It's a lot of songs. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of songs. Let's see. Whole Lotta Red. So it's WLR, which I thought it was like Juice World. But I guess not. I mean, I guess they also use it too. But let's see. Whole Lotta Red song list. I'll show you. I won't forget this time, baby. It's 24. It's 24 tracks. So I listened to probably like 12. I think the last one I actually listened to I listened to 9 tracks out of the 24. But hey, man, if I'm 9 tracks deep, which is already like a mixtape, which is already like some albums. I think the KOD album is not even that long. The J Cole album. If I'm already 9 songs deep and I like, there's nothing that I want to hear from that album, dude, you lost me. Yeah, you're supposed to put like a really good song in the front. The intro. Rappers always rap about, oh, how's my intro? This is the intro. They always like, this should be the intro. They always rap about the intro in the intro to make it seem like it's good. Now, some are really good intros. Astroworld has a really good intro. The song Stargazing to me, it was an amazing song and how it shifts and the beat the like second part of the song is really good by itself. The first part was like kind of like magical when I heard it. I was like, man, how do they? What are they using? What type of like plugins are they using to make that noise? Later, I found out it's like a sound in Omnisphere, which I have Omnisphere to show you guys. I have the somewhere in this table. I was clearing out, but I have the little Omnisphere card, and you put that into your computer, and then once it's in there, you uninstall it. It's like 50 gigabytes. So I even bought SSD. I bought a terabyte of SSD, put it into my XPS just to put Omnisphere in it because it took up so much memory and I couldn't do it the first time with the memory I had before. But yeah, intros are supposed to be amazing. And this Rockstar Made song by Playboi Carti's album Whole Lotta Red, I was not vibing to it, man. F you doing? I told you stop hanging around here. Oops, ass bit. A homicide, homicide, homicide. Never too much, 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 never too much. Sorry, I should be like, never too much, never too much, yeah, never too much, yeah, never too much, never too. You get like, it's so repetitive, man. I could not handle this. Like, my friend was telling me the beats are the things are always good in these songs, in these albums. And I was like, okay, that makes sense to me. Like the beat is pretty good, but even these beats were just like too one-dimensional. Like I felt like it was the same notes again and again and again, like different notes through different songs, but each song was so repetitive and it kind of sounded dark. And I didn't like it was all minor chords, like minor loops, like no majors or anything. And I get that vibe, but the whole album was so repetitive, man. There was this song, dude, the song where he's like a house, like I bought a house, I bought a house, I bought a house, I bought a house. Like literally, that was like this whole 16 bars when it first started. It was like I bought a house. Let me show you. Let's see. I think it was this one. Oh, this one was crazy too. No No sleep. So with the threes in it, that's how Playboy Cardi does it. When I go to sleep, I dream about murder. Bat, 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 go. What? When I go to sleep, I dream about murder. Bat, 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 go. What? When I go to sleep, I dream about murder. Bat, 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 bat. What? It's just all over and all over again, and again and again and again. It's. I want to find the one where it's like, I bought a house. I bought a house. I bought a house. I bought a house. Could it be X? Maybe it was. I think maybe I turned it off at that point because I was like, when we on X, we on codeine. When we on X, we on codeine. When we on X, it's just the whole damn thing, man. I'm gonna find it, bro. I'm gonna find the part where he talks about, oh, that Slayer. His song where he says that he's a rock star, he should be on Slayer. He has a song with Playboy Cardi, with Kid Cudi. That, I mean, it was just Kid Cudi humming. I don't think he didn't even have a verse, bro. It was just Kid Cudi humming the whole. Oh, he has a verse. See, dude, I could not even get to other people's verses, bro, because it was just too much, man. I'm gonna find that song, bro. What if it's even called is it meh? See, I don't. Sometimes on Spotify, I don't know if I have it on shuffle mode or I don't know if I have it like. Oh, there you go. Jump out the house. All right, this is the chorus, bro. Jump out the house. Jump out the house. Sorry, jump out the house. What? Jump out the house. Jump out the house. What? Jump out the house. Jump out the house. What? Jump out the house. Jump out the house. What? And then it goes to like, jump out that bit. What? 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 Jump out that bit. I mean, and the verses are so short. Yeah, Rax, I'm talking about my mother effing bit. What? Rax, talk about my mother effing bit. What? Rax, that's a verse, bro. How is that? How are four bars in a song? In the verse, not the chorus, in the verse, the same thing, bro. And then he says, bags, I got them bags, bit. Bags, I got them bags, bit. Bags, I got a fast car. Bags, I ain't even drive it. Fit, I ain't even drive it. Fit, I ain't even drive it. Fit, I ain't even drive it. I ain't even drive it. SRT, what no mileage. SRT, it's not silent. Yeah. So SRT, that's that car, right? Short for street racing technology. High performance. What's an SRT? Is that what type of car is that? People gonna be mad if. Oh, it's a Dodge. Okay, I mean, like Logan Paul's car. Logan Paul's car. He has a Dodge too, right? Like the bro. Like I don't know, man. I give this album, and I like mumble rap, bro. Like, and I like repetitive mumble rap too. Like even I had. You can ask Miguel if y'all ever get to know him because he's super famous. I turned that album off. We were going to Chipotle because we were celebrating Christmas, the day after Christmas, with my friend Miguel. And I turned off the album and I put Little Pump's song. Like I had not heard Little Pump in a while, and I know it's repetitive and it's like the same thing, like hype. But Playboy Cardi's album was not hyping me up, bro. It was just too repetitive, bro. And I put Little Pump's song. It was a MAGA song. I didn't even know he had a MAGA song. Yeah, I know he was all about Trump when the campaign happened and everything, and he like even got on stage next to Trump. But I know he released a whole song about it called MAGA. It's called Little Pimp MAGA something. It's like a Trump song, and like regardless of the Trump or not, right? Regardless of whatever, the song itself was hype, and I felt the repetitiveness of what he was saying and the non-lyrical, idiotic, ignorant lyrics. Like I felt that energy, and that's Little Pump. That's like as ignorant as repetitive as you can get. Like Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. But this album, bro, this whole lot of red, where Playboy Cardi looks like Prince. I kind of get Prince, Purple Rain. Let's see, Prince, Purple Rain. Look, hold on. All right, there's Purple Rain. There's Playboy Cardi's Whole Lot of Red. Do you kind of get the vibe or no? Am I tripping on this one? Like I'm talking about the font. You see the Purple Rain and then the Whole Lot of Red. I kind of get the and I mean, yeah, Playboy Cardi is an artist and he's all creative and he talks like an alien and all that. But I'm sure he has a whole team that like provides him like, oh, the album could look like cover A or cover B, and he'll be like, yeah, I want it red, and then just put the red. And I'm sure these people know about Prince. They kind of copy the style. Now I might one day work with Playboi Carti, right? Like, let's say I could become a rapper and I mumble and I want Playboi Carti to be in my album. Some of his songs are good. He has some good songs. Magnolia was a good song. The one with Tyler Creator, that one was a good song. Can't believe I'm blank out when I'm on camera, but that song with Tyler Creator, what is it? Ah, that was a good song. The song he has with Lil Uzi, that was a good song. The two, I don't know, he has many songs with Lil Uzi, but there's two that I like particularly, and the one that I like a lot is the one where they talk about dirty Sprite, that dirty Sprite. Now he was in some drama because it's kind of weird because all the things that were trending in the world happening with the world, the things that are trending with the world, and then you have Iggy Azalea and Playboi Carti. How Playboi Carti cheated on Iggy Azalea, even though they have a kid together, and on Christmas he wasn't with the kid at all, and he just released the album, and he was like with some girl, and Iggy Azalea pulled out the video. She had it on the Nest Cam, like the front door, like the Ring bell, but the Nest Cam, like she uploaded that video of the clip wherever the girl he used to cheat on went to Playboi Carti's house, and it's just like it's like they don't care, bro. It's like Playboi Carti does not care that he has a kid or that Iggy Azalea or that it was Christmas. This man just had that girl come over and not even secret, not even like a hotel or nothing, not even like a private home that he could buy. No, it's just Nest Cam, bro. And the crazy thing is, if Iggy Azalea has access to that video, that means they both have the same not necessarily the same password, the pass key to get into the house, but she can get into that house. So the fact that she has it on her phone and she uploaded is just they're not even thinking, bro. I don't know if they have so many houses that they don't know which ones they got together or that he just doesn't care, but I don't know, man. I think, like my friend Miguel was saying, Playboi Carti is most likely just like a feature artist, in my opinion. So this right, I guess the reason Yeezus was trending was because he produced Playboi Carti's album, and then people are saying that Yeezus fire. The album Yeezus was fire, and people did not acknowledge it at the time. So they posted all the albums that people didn't acknowledge, like this one, Yeezus, Whole Lot of Red, which I just ripped a new one on because I do not think it's gonna live up to the hype. ASAP Rocky Testing, that album was really hyped. I like a couple songs in it. I think the one, the gang, a whole lot of my gang. What's that? Gang. Live with my big headed by. We make out to making the blind. Dun, 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 dun. What's that song? I forgot, man. But that one was good. Sundress was good. The one with Tame Impala was good. This, I don't even know. Bro, I feel so dumb. I don't even know what album this is. Can anyone tell me what album that is? Maybe it's just someone promoting their own album at the end. Yeah, KOD or Yeezus. I remember more KOD bars than I do Yeezus bars. KOD was newer. I think J. Cole made that album in a month. He just locked himself up and he wrote it. I'm a big Kanye fan, but without listening to both albums again, just by memory, I'm gonna say KOD was a better album, but Yeezus had more iconic songs. I'll say it like that. So I hope that makes it even. I hope Kanye doesn't hate me now, because I am a huge Kanye fan. All right, next topic I want to talk about is these people I'm only talking about because I want the views, because it's K-pop, and I made a K-pop reaction video one time, and I got a bunch of people to watch this. I got 10,000 views on a K-pop review, not even review, like when you watch the video reaction. So Taeyeon and Ravi are dating. I'm talking about this. That's crazy. I'm 25 talking about K-pop people, which I know there's people who are probably 45 and they love K-pop. And the K-pop stans. And if any K-pop stans are watching, they're gonna roast the hell out of me. If I had more than 5 followers, I only have 5 followers on Twitter. If I had more than 5 followers on Twitter, they would cancel my butt. Notice how I didn't say ass. I just said ass. I don't know if ass is allowed on the live stream, but Taeyeon and Ravi are dating reportedly. I don't know if I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm probably not. Taeyeon. Taeyeon. This guy, I don't know if he's in K-pop. I know he's in K-pop. I don't know if he's an actor, a singer. I don't know if he's in BTS, Icon. I don't know. I don't know who Ravi is. I don't know if she's in like I don't know, bro. But they're dating, and it's really big news because as you can see here with the cute little, I guess that's Korean. It was too fast. No, it wasn't. Oh, that's racist. Sorry. Mama, yes. Let's assume that it's in a relationship. Please explain, okay? Ravi is not in a relationship. What are you saying? Ravi is absolutely not in a relationship. There are men and women here. Oh, they're looking at trees. I was like psychologists. But we suddenly drew over them. Yeah, we're trying to hide it. That's correct. Hide it. You can't lie. You're a therapist. That guy looked funny. That guy looked like he got some clout. So I don't know if this is like some Big Brother thing or they're just like meditating. But apparently it came out that they're dating. And I'm going to read this article for you guys. So some of y'all might click off, but some of y'all might just like because I'm goofy. So Jones New 24 reported that the two have been dating for about a year. They met through a common friend and they have been dating, even going on a Christmas date recently. Do they celebrate Christmas? I doubt it. Because here we're not even allowed to say Merry Christmas. You know what I'm saying? The left doesn't want. Oh, I can't go into that because Google's left. Okay. All right. Okay. On the 25th, Joy News 24 caught the pair enjoying a date at Ravi's house. Ravi picked Taeyeon up from her place in Songgusdong, and they went to his place in Songyung. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing this, bro. I'm not trying to be offensive. They've been on the same show on the 21st on Ravi's show. ? Oh, so the show's called ? As well as on Ravi's was also guest in Dormy Market on November 28th. So these two people, dude, imagine being so famous. And not even like famous in a Western culture, because this is Eastern, right? Imagine being so famous that everyone in the world talks about you, tweets about you when you date someone, that it becomes trendy. This was like number one, I think. And like, I don't know. I have nothing to know about this. I don't know anything about this, but these people went on a date and some paparazzi took pictures of them like with a really good camera, like as zoomed in as I could. They got 4 pictures. Picking her up. It was picking her up, taking her, exiting, and I think going into his car in the garage or wherever. And it went trending that they were dating because of this. And it was trending, like number 2 on Twitter, bro. People going on a date. People can't even get dates. People have to use apps to go on dates and meet girlfriends now, or boyfriends and all that. These people go on a date, and it's trending. You know how much money happens when something is trending, bro? That's incredible, man. I'm not hating on any of them. I'm just saying, like, the power of fame. The power of fame. All right. Now what I want to really get into, and hopefully people will watch it this time. The Cyberpunk 2020 one-click tool promise up to 30 frames per second uplift. So, Cyberpunk 2020, I knew about it because I think E3, they had the E3 and they had Keanu Reeves. I think he's in the video game where he's like an unlockable character or something like that, or you can customize yourself to look like him. But he came out. Y'all remember the memes. Everyone loves Keanu Reeves. I knew about Cyberpunk because of that. And I was watching, you know when Dr. Disrespect, he went on YouTube and he talked about he had like $100,000 computer that someone gave him, like some computer company gave him $100,000 computer, and how he was gonna use it to play Cyberpunk, and then he watched like the trailer, and I was excited for Cyberpunk. When I get the PS5, which I do plan to get the PS5, because I actually me and my dad we bought a 75-inch Sony like X1 TV, like a 4K TV with the X1 processor or 1X processor. And apparently, I don't know if this is the correct model, but it sounds like it's the correct model, where if you hook up the PlayStation 5 to this TV, you can update the firmware and play up to like 120 hertz, which is crazy because on a 75-inch TV. So I plan on getting the PS5 eventually. I'm gonna wait. The price is gonna go down for the PS5. I say it's gonna go down somewhere in February. It just sounds right because like December it's gonna stay the same, so people can buy it. January it's really close to December. People are still like it's still kind of like that Christmas season, not Christmas season, but it's like the New Year season. And I feel like they won't change the price down. But I feel like in February, maybe in March, it's like sometime towards Easter to spring, they'll bring the price down, and then I'll get the PS5, and then I'll get Cyberpunk. But what happened with Cyberpunk? First, how you like it when I take a sip? Meme that up. First, this video games and video game companies, when they're releasing a video game, they go hard, bro. Like the people don't sleep, and if they do sleep after all the monsters and Red Bulls they take, they sleep at the office, bro. They probably don't take showers for days, and they're working hard, and it's like they're pushing them, they're trying to craft it to the best as possible, the deadlines, and I do not know why that happens. I don't know if they go hard since the beginning stages, or they kind of procrastinate till the very end. Or like maybe with like technology and video games, it gets to the point where like they think they have it done, and right as about to finish, there's something in the code, something in the processor that's not working. That means they have to rechange everything in the video game to make it work. Like sometimes it's like kind of like when you're rendering, you ever like render a video to export a video, and right at the end at 99, 98 when it's rendering, like it crashes. I think that's what happens a lot in video game companies, and they have to push it really hard. But for those who don't know, and there's probably a lot who know more than me, Cyberpunk 2077 was a game that was going to push the limits of graphics card for the new consoles, for the new gen, for the PCs. It was going to push it to the max. It says right here in this article, I'll just read it. Okay, so Cyberpunk 2077, which has proven to cripple the fastest graphics card and even push the fastest CPUs on the market, can give low-end gaming systems a tough time. For exactly this reason, programmer Codezilla, which honestly, this is a badass name. When I saw this name, I was like, Code Z1LLA, because I'm dyslexic, so I was like, whoa, what's going on? There's like letters and words and letters capitalized, but it's Codezilla, which is a badass like code name. Like I think he won. I don't know how he looks like, but if you're gonna be a hacker or anything, you won the best. You're the GOAT when it comes to your name. So Codezilla, via his YouTube channel, has released an easy optimizer for Cyberpunk 2077 that the code claims can help boost your gaming performance up to 30 hertz. So 30 hertz is pretty good. Sorry, 30 hertz. 30 frames per second, my bad. 30 frames per second, which means, for those who don't know, when you take a video, if it's on 30 frames per second, which most are, I guess most now are 60 frames, but 30 frames per second means that in a minute, it's taking 30 photos. And I mean, in a second, it's taking 30 photos. And that's like the video aspect of it. It's 30 photos in 1 second. So 60 frames per second, that's pretty good now. Some devices go up, like some cameras go up to like 120 hertz per second, frames per second. I think the iPhone 12 Pro, which I got, shout out to the iPhone. I used to be an Android gang. Then I got iPhone, and I kind of like the messages, and I like the way that I can upload things, and it won't look crappy. And the picture quality is really good. But they go up, I think iPhone can go up to 120 frames per second if you're doing like just like 1080. So this game pushes the limits in the frames per second. But this hack that Codezilla like coded up helps whatever system you're running on. It helps the game run 30 frames per second like higher or faster or better, which is really good. The tool reportedly tweaks hidden developer settings that aren't available to the end user. According to the author, Easy Optimizer for Cyberpunk 2070 provides a superior result than just cracking down the image fidelity. But we'll have to wait until we see a broader section of testing results for the community before we're ready to call it a home run. They will also take quite a bit of experimentation to suss out whether or not the gains are more significant than what you receive from the manual tuning. But the author does claim impressive performance gains from the software. The producer to use the software is extremely easy and involves moving the executable to the root of folder of your Cyberpunk 2077 installation. For users concerned with security, the creator has provided a virus total report where the tool passes with flying colors. He further explained that Easy Optimizer for Cyberpunk 2077 does seem to trigger certain anti-cheat systems in virus total because the tool edits game files. However, The major antivirus engines such as Avast, Kaspersky, and Dr. Web gave the software a pass. That was a tough read, and that wasn't even that many words, but that's pretty cool that someone can do that, can hack the game in a way that it can help give up to 30 frames per second faster, or up to I don't know if it's faster or more frames, but up to 30 frames per second more. This is how people like become millionaires and billionaires and start their own companies. When you have someone who is, hacking the game to increase 30 frames, like, you got to hire that guy for your team. If it's not going to be whatever company makes Cyberpunk 2077, which I think that company is CD Projekt. If it's not CD Projekt who's going to hire him, some other company has to hire him. Even if it's like some low key like starter from like Austin, Texas or something, someone has to hire this kid. He's a YouTuber. I'm pretty sure he's banking. I just want to point out, so this right here, this Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know if this is so there's like an android character or a cyborg character. Very sexual, and there's like blood on her. So that's been the thing. That's been a thing in video games, and yes, it had to start in video games because they're it's graphics, but it's like the women who are like robots and they're like sexual and they're like violent, like there's blood on them. That's always a thing when it comes to these type of things, and I'm probably gonna get some hate for that because people are into all the type of crap they like. But this is crazy because we're back to talking about Cyberpunk 2070. We're continuing this topic, and investors sue CD Projekt, which is the company that made Cyberpunk 2077, over bungled launch. When the game came out, Cyberpunk 2077, obviously it was the biggest game of the year, right? Everyone's like, man, this game's pushing the limits to what people can have on their graphics card and the processor, and it's a big open world, and you get to choose what path you want to take, and each path has an alternate ending, and even like small details and choices create like alternative like routes, and you can connect between the. It was a crazy ass game, but when it launched for the PS5, which is the craziest thing, PS5, the game crashed. Like you downloaded the game and you couldn't play it on your PS5, bro. What? The PS5, which I know people who are in PCs, they say like, oh, PS5, welcome to 2013 graphics. But we're talking about your actual console. So even though it's behind from the computers, it's still the PS5. And it couldn't handle Cyberpunk 2077. Like, why? If you're a developer, if you're developing this game and you're pushing the limits, like, you should have like the version that can play for the system. You shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a system, you look at the specs and you say, okay, we have to render it so that it can only play at this specs. For this version, with the PC, you can have it all the high up. But like, come on, man, don't mess up like that. And PlayStation, I don't know if they took it off, but the PlayStation Network took off the game and started refunding people for their money when they bought it digitally. And also GameStop, bro. GameStop, which I think, when is GameStop gonna go out of business, bro? Like, bro, I'm sorry. I'll tell you, GameStop was cool when they had the cartridges, and not the vape THC cartridges, but when they had like the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega cartridges, and you get to go and you had all the lists and you can look through it. That's when it was lit. When the Xbox came out, the first Xbox, and I think PlayStation 2 came out, and they were like the oh my god, these games are CDs and they're awesome. And then you had their cartridges and you go through them and you could get stuff. They had the thing where it's like, buy 3 used games for the price of something. Buy 2 used games, get 1 free. That was a good time. I remember I had a Super Nintendo, and I remember I got 3 games. It was like a Batman game, and then I think it was that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde game. No, that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde game, which is the one the Angry Video Game Nerd roasted. That game I found because my cousin who was living here at the time found it in a box at like an empty house, and it was raining, and he had like 3 games. I was like, oh crap, 3 games for the Super Nintendo, and he gave them to me, and that one didn't work. But it's good because that game sucks, and even if it worked, it couldn't work because you couldn't do anything in that game, and Angry Video Game Nerds killed that review. But GameStop, the golden era was when you had the cartridges, in my opinion, because now they get to the thing like you come in, you buy the game that you bought last week, and you try to turn it in, and you get like probably like 30% of what the game's worth, and they sell it for like 80% of what the game's worth. So they're screwing people over left and right. And even GameStop, because of the situation, because of Cyberpunk 2020, man, Cyberpunk 2077, they are going against their own policy and returning the game, even if it's open. It says, and the anticipated Cyberpunk 2077 launch wasn't just a disaster for gamers, but for the game's investors too. A lawsuit filed yesterday against CD Projekt, the company behind Cyberpunk, claims investors were misled about the game's performance ahead of its release, causing a significant stock price drop and losses. CD Projekt allegedly failed to convey that the game was virtually unplayable. Bro, what? Virtually unplayable? The lawsuit states that instead of that and insisted that market let me start the sentence again. Virtually unplayable. The lawsuit states and instead marked it as success with a few issues that would go unnoticeable for players. So the company that CD Projekt, the company that made the game, told the investors, hey, there's going to be some minor issues, but the game is going to be playable. But no. PlayStation 5 couldn't handle it, bro. Come on. Okay. The plaintiff, Andrew Tramp, is looking to include other investors in the suit to turn it into a case action. Dude, this sounds like the whole vote, like the whole election, bro. Like getting states to sue other states and CD Projekt said in a court filing it would vigorously defend itself against investor claims. This is just like the election, bro. Since the game's launch earlier this month, it has been plagued with bugs, promoting retailers and console makers to offer full refunds. GameStop is accepting returns even if people open the game, which goes against its typical policy, and Sony pulled the game last week and began processing digital refunds for unsatisfied buyers. Still, the game sold more than 13 million copies in 2 weeks since its launch, making it one of the best-selling games of the year. Many of these sales came from pre-orders after the much-hyped market campaign, which helped CD Projekt recoup the nearly decade-long cost of making the game. Holy crap. This game, which came out in 2018. Yeah, I'm wearing shorts, boy. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? This game, which came out in 2018. This game, which came out in 2020, started in 2010, bro. And it crashed. I'm going to pray for these people, developers, that they can make a better game next time. I know the game is pretty good, but I hope they can make a better game. Sorry, not a better game. I hope they can have a more successful launch next time. Let's take a short break. And by break, I mean, let's look at how many people have are watching. Okay, so we got, right as we're talking about how many people are watching, people stop watching. Damn. All right, well, and that might even mean me watching. I don't even know if I have people, like, commenting or anything. All right, let's continue. Next thing I want to talk about is Bella Poarch. Bella Poarch, who is a TikToker who's famous for the M's to the beat, dum, 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 dum. She got the most viral TikTok of the year. And it's crazy because her TikTok is just her face. So my friend Monica was pointing out something that's very true. And it's true because I thought of it myself, which is average attractiveness. So having a symmetrical face is what TikTok pushes. Not necessarily that she thinks the algorithm, literally the text face recognition, which is very true because all of it is face recognition on the TikTok app. Like, it changes your face, you know, like the Snapchat filters, TikTok filters, and like you open your mouth and things come out when you have certain filters. But what she's saying is that TikTok recognizes a very average looking face, which average face, symmetrical face is attractive, and they push those creators. So Bella Poarch, her viral TikTok, which I don't know how many, I'll read it right now how many views it got, but that, her simple face with the little filter that follows your face tracking, was the most viewed TikTok of the year, which is crazy because TikToks get billions of views, not millions, billions. Bella Poarch hypnotic video lip syncing M's to the Beast was TikTok's biggest viral video of the year. TikTok announced this morning that Poarch was followed by 420 Dogface 208. Shout out Dogface. Instantly iconic skate/cranberry juice video set to Fleetwood Mac's Dreams. The rankings were revealed as part of TikTok's year-end roundup of the biggest videos, trends, and creators. The rankings aren't entirely scientific. The viral video rankings for the instance are based on both views and impact, but they offer a respective look at what dominated the app and broke out beyond it. Other videos on TikTok's top viral list include Will Smith's entry in the Wipe It Down challenge and Julian Bay's superhero special effects, which we will talk about at TikTok because that was crazy. That this kid made a TikTok that got the attention of Disney. So it says Julian Bay's superhero special video effect that went viral enough to get the attention of Disney executive chairman Bob Iger. The company's list top creators overall is Charli D'Amelio, of course, and also includes familiar names like Addison Rae and Noah Beck. Jason Derulo is listed as TikTok's top celebrity creator, followed by Kylie Jenner and Lizzo. Anyone who spent a time on TikTok could probably guess the handful of top TikTok songs of the year. Number one ranking went down as Derulo's Savage Love with Mega Stallion's Savage Remix coming in second, WAP taking fourth. Like other categories, TikTok isn't basing their rankings purely on plays, but also metrics on how many videos were created and how often engaged these videos were. I really want to have, my dream would be to make a beat or a remix and have it be the number one most used TikTok sound. Like that would be amazing. That would be like a dream, literally a dream come true. And I will manifest to get that dream to work. The full list seems to be more about illustrating what a huge year TikTok had, rather than literally ranking the success across the app. But at the end, the rankings do a great job of showing how many communities, trends, viral songs, and more broke out thanks to TikTok, from editing tools like the green screen aesthetic and cottage core. This cottage core aesthetic is kind of this one, which kind of looks like a Mennonite. Kind of looks like kind of looks cultish, like in a cult. But I guess it's an aesthetic. It's an aesthetic. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty good. I take some aesthetic pictures like that, And we got Noah Beck, who I don't know who he was, but I think he's friends with Bryce Hall. I mean, he's a handsome fella. I'm not gonna lie. 6-pack and everything, and chest. I ain't gay, but I'm just saying I admire what attractive it is in the male body, just like people statue of David. I ain't gay. So let's talk about this guy, Julian Bass, bro. Pay attention to this TikTok. Like, look at it. Look at the effects. Give me a moment. So, this what? Favorite superheroes. Boom. Perfect lightsaber, bro. He edited that. Are you crazy? And then cuts it, and then Ben 10, and then perfect watch and becomes like a CGI creature, and then backflips and lands perfectly as Spider-Man. And he looks good like Spider-Man too. He looks like Spider-Man from the Into the Spider Universe, which is the game that I want to play with the PS5. This got the attention of Disney executive, bro. The song he's doing is Harry Styles' Watermelon Sugar, which obviously I'm not going to play because I don't want to get copyright. This next topic, I'm not going to go over it. YouTubers, creators ask influencers in LA to please stop partying. I'm pretty sure it's going to mention Bryce Hall, and it's going to mention Logan Paul, so it's kind of old news. We already went over this guy. We already went over this one. All right, this I want to point out because today's the day after Christmas, which actually the day after Christmas is also the day that Joe Rogan did his first podcast, and I wasn't planning on doing that. I was not planning to be I want to copy Joe Rogan. I actually wanted to start this a week ago, as soon as I got out of school, because I'm in a master's program right now. I'm in graduate school for industrial organizational psychology, but I wanted to do this whole podcast every day, and it's kind of hard because I have to set everything up. But I'm determined now. I wanted to do it yesterday, but it was Christmas and family was over, and I still wanted to find a time to do it. And I'm it'd be cool to do it during Christmas because then the anniversary would be Christmas and it'll be special. But I couldn't do it because people were over. So then the day after Christmas, which it's okay, it's all good. So today I got the AirPod Pros. I had never had a pair of AirPods. I agree with Gary Vee, which I'm not a huge Gary Vee fan. Gary Vee was popping probably 2015, 2016, 2017 was probably Gary Vee got the hype and people were into it. But I remember I watched it with Joe Rogan, his podcast, and he said that the AirPods were the greatest invention Apple has created since the iPhone. And in my opinion, I will agree. because we already had the MacBook Airs and the see iPhones came after the MacBooks, MacBook Pros, MacBook Airs. I don't know about the Air, but they came after. So the invention of the MacBook was already great, but then iPhone came out and it was revolutionary, right? Now all our phones are smartphones and they track us and everything. But yeah, they set the whole trend. Steve Jobs with that. This one is a close second, and it's probably oh bro, come on, I ain't trying to get fucking demonetized. Oh, I just cussed. All right, hopefully no one can see it an hour in. But I don't want to get demonetized. But this right here, greatest invention ever. These are the Pro. I got these. My friend Miguel, he got his. His girlfriend gave it to him, and I wanted to get some because I've been wanting to get wireless headphones because I work in an office and sometimes I want to hear music, but I don't want to have these. These are really good headphones. Shout out to the special person that got me these headphones. Not a girlfriend, just like a special person that got me these headphones. But I don't like that they're over the head. These are great headphones, and they're good to work out too. I have like some Sony headphones, and they're kind of like all over the place when you're working out. These are pretty good to work out. These are amazing to work out in because you feel so free, bro. There's no wires. Like you have to, when you're running, there's nothing that like to bother you. You don't have something over the head, having to balance, and when you're doing what is it called, bench press. These are great. And the Pros, they have this weird feature, which is the noise cancellation. So if people that don't know, noise cancellation, obviously you know what that is, but some people don't know that noise cancellation now sometimes also includes white noise. They like the headphones themselves make a white noise that you might not be able to tell unless you're really paying attention, and that white noise like cancels the sound around you. And it's kind of crazy because I put them on when I'm in the car, and I had music playing from the radio, and I put them on, and then I could barely hear the music on the radio, and it felt like the music from the radio was playing on my headphones. And I was like, what? Like, how did they connect to the Bluetooth of the car? I didn't even set it up. Like, that's weird. So I took one out, and then I could hear, like, the music being in the white noise, and then, like, just the clarity. And my mind was like, whoa. There's some scariness to it because they have the feature where it's, like, the transparency feature, and that basically uses the microphone the earphones have to, like, make you hear things around you. So, like, let's say someone's talking to you. You press the headphones, and they activate the microphone so that you hear what's around you. It kind of sounds like when you're like in a podcast, like you have the microphone and you hear yourself, or like when you're recording music, like you hear the minimal delay that you can when you're trying to make it perfect. You hear that with these, and it's like, what? Like you're not used to the microphone because there's no microphone that you're seeing, but it's in the AirPods. These are great. And look, so this TV right here, this is the one that me and my dad got, and these are the Amazon Best After Christmas Deals launched. And I'm kind of not pissed, but just like, come on, man, because I got the AirPods at T-Mobile, and then for $250, and now they went down to $199. So it's like, come on, man, you know what I'm saying? I messed up. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out there. Next topic that I want to go over is, well, I guess I'll talk about this. Don't really know too much about this, but Lin Q, producer of Game of Thrones creator Netflix series, dies after suspected poisoning, which is crazy. San Zhu, Red Star News, VCG via Getty Images. Lin Q, chairman and CEO of the Chinese entertainment company Yuzu Group, and a producer of Netflix's upcoming series The Three Body Problem, has died after allegedly being poisoned on December 16th. He was 39. Yuzu Group confirmed that Lin died on Christmas Day after having been hospitalized about a week earlier. Police in Shanghai are currently investigating his death and have apprehended the suspect's surname, Zhu, who Chinese media outlets have identified as Lin's colleague as Zhu. Damn, someone, his own friend, like colleague, poisoned him. Local reporters also alleged that the dispute among Zhu executives preceded Lin's death. Damn, bro, they poisoned this guy because they disagreed artistically over like the company. That's like Cain and Abel, man. Lin's founded Yuzu in 2009 and helps steer its success transition from producing online games to mobile games. In a statement Friday, the company said the board of the directors gives its highest respect to the chairman for his contributions to the firm, and added that executives and employees felt deep grief and mourning and sent their silence condolences to his family. Lin was an executive producer of Netflix's forthcoming adaptation of the Problem, along with the Game of Thrones showrunners David Benzu and Dan Weiss. The series is based on a trilogy of science fiction novels which Yozu holds the rights, by the Chinese author Lin Saichu, depicting humanity's first contact with alien civilization. Controversy around the series arose arose early this year due to his resurfaced comments by Liu, in which he appeared to defend the Chinese government's mass imprisonment and persecution of Uyghur Muslims. In September 2000, 5 U.S. senators sent a letter to Netflix criticizing the streamers for associating with the author. Mr. Liu is Chinese citizen living in China. He is the author of the book, not the creator of the Netflix series. Netflix wrote in reply, "We do not agree with his comments, which are entirely unrelated to his book or the Netflix show." Damn, so that's crazy how... I mean, I think this is like a perfectly written article because... So Tyler Aquila wrote perfectly this article because you see something that's like, whoa, some guy got poisoned, and Game of Thrones is in there, and Netflix is in there, and this guy got poisoned. You read about it. You read about an interesting story, a sad, tragic story, but interesting nonetheless. And then it ties in how there was a controversy around the show that he was working on, and then it sways the conversation in the article for it to be in Netflix versus U.S. senators who are criticizing the author of the book, because the author of the book had some question. He's communist, and he's defending the Muslim death camps or imprisoned camps. So you read this article and like you go from some guy being poisoned to like now Netflix versus U.S. senators involving an author who is in favor of Chinese communist like Muslim camps. Like it's like, whoa, you might want to click on the other articles he wrote. So very well written. Sad, tragic that this guy died. He built the whole empire himself of the Yozu group. So my condolences, and we'll pray to God that God please help his soul lead him to heaven, cleanse him in purgatory. All right. Next thing I want to talk about is an 11-year-old boy used his birthday money to buy Chick-fil-A for the homeless, and now the chain is putting him in a commercial. So 11-year-old boy Bryce Gold used his birthday money to buy Chick-fil-A meals for the homeless. Instead of gifts, Gala received $150 and wanted to donate it all. He and his mother, LaKanya Collins, bought 20 meals for Chick-fil-A from Chick-fil-A fast food chain and fed members of the local homeless community. After hearing about the gesture, Chick-fil-A reached out to the Gala and will be releasing a commercial starring the boy in January. That is amazing. Shout out to the boy being a young Mr. Beast. He's in a commercial, but he should take that clout to make an Instagram and a Twitter and start making some YouTube videos, and then he'll be good in a good start. The other thing I want to talk about, we're going through all these topics. Let's see where I'm at on the YouTube stream. So one concurrent viewer. I think that concurrent viewer is probably me. And it says that 30 playbacks. I don't know what that means. I'm trying to look at the stats. You guys can see. I guess it's just my it's excellent stream capability. So I guess that's cool. Okay. Check this tweet out. This is Elon Musk. 25 years ago, Elon Musk fixing his 1978 BMW with old parts from a junkyard. Today, Musk is worth three times more than BMW. That is amazing, bro. It's kind of like psychedelic in a way to look at this old picture, because I mean that's genius, bro. I'm sure a lot of people are mechanics. I'm sure a lot of people who are mechanics fix their cars using pieces from a junkyard. Me, I don't know anything about mechanics, right? But this guy Elon Musk was like a kid. I don't know if he was younger. He looks younger than me. And he fixed it. He bought this car probably for a really cheap price, and he fixed it up using pieces in the junkyard, which is amazing. And now he's worth 3 times more than the whole company. That's genius, bro. You cannot tell me this man's not a genius. That's like a genius, like, fun fact. Elon Musk says, so this is the New York Post. Elon Musk says he won't take coronavirus vaccine and calls Bill Gates a knucklehead. Very controversial. SpaceX founder and Elon Musk stirred the pot yet again after claiming that neither he nor his family would take the COVID-19 vaccine even if it was readily available. The 49-year-old billionaire dropped the bombshell during the Monday appearance of the New York Times opinion podcast Sway. I'm gonna listen to that podcast after this. I'm not at risk. Neither are my kids. Musk told host Kara Swishers, shout out to Swishers, about the rationale behind the decision. During the bizarre exchange, the Tesla CEO decried the nationwide lockdown as a no-win situation that had diminished my faith in humanity. Damn, the lockdowns diminished this genius Elon Musk's faith in humanity. That is crazy. Musk previously called the widespread quarantine unethical and de facto house arrest. Boring Company boss suggested a more targeted lockdown where anyone who is at risk be quarantined until the storm passes. Swishers criticized his suggestion, adding that humans could potentially die in the process. Everybody dies, equipped Elon Musk. Damn, that's boss level. To emphasize his supposed ridiculousness of the quarantine, Musk boasted that SpaceX didn't skip a day throughout the entire pandemic. He had national security clearance because they were doing national security work. He said he sent astronauts to the space station and back. Later on, the automobile Mongol addressed Bill Gates' criticism of his skepticism towards the coronavirus, which Musk called dumb in March. During the CNBC interview in July, the Microsoft founder claimed that Musk didn't know much about the vaccines and said that he hoped the SpaceX head doesn't confuse areas he's not involved in too much. Gates said something about, this is Elon Musk saying this. Gates said something about me not knowing what I was doing. Musk told Swishers, it is like, hey, knucklehead, we actually make the vaccine machines for CureVac, that company you're invested in. He was referring to the fact that Tesla manufacturers equipped the German biopharmaceutical firm CureVac. This past July, the car magnate shaded Gates with a series of cryptic tweets that read, Bill Gates is not my lover, and the rumor that Billy G is not my lover, and the rumor that Billy Gates and I are lovers is completely untrue. Think about that. Bill Gates tells Elon Musk, hey, don't get involved in things that you don't know about. And then Elon Musk is like, hey, man, the company you invested in that makes the vaccines, that makes like the machines that help make the vaccines, I own. Or at least I'm a part of it. That's crazy, man. And that's all the topics. So, thank you guys for watching this show. Thank you so much for anyone who watched this. This is the first show. It was tough because I just kept talking right now for, I guess, like a good hour, a whole podcast by myself. So, thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoy. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe again. Please subscribe and like the video. And I'll be cutting this into segments so that it can be more digestible. Thank you, guys. I'm out.